As we conclude our exploration of property types in Arizona, it is crucial to take a comprehensive look at manufactured homes, a major component of Arizona's housing landscape, particularly in rural and retirement communities. Manufactured housing provides affordable living options for thousands of Arizonans, but it also comes with unique legal, regulatory, and transactional considerations that real estate professionals must understand to represent clients competently and ethically. A manufactured home is a structure built entirely in a factory after June 15, 1976, that complies with the HUD Manufactured Home Construction and Safety Standards Act of 1976, also known as the HUD Code. This federal code preempts local building codes and ensures uniform standards for construction, fire resistance, energy efficiency, and structural integrity. Each home must display a HUD certification label, a red metal tag affixed to each section, signifying compliance with federal manufacturing standards. In Arizona, the Arizona Department of Housing, ADOH, administers installation standards and dealer licensing, while the Arizona Department of Real Estate, ADRE, regulates transactions involving these homes when real estate licensees are involved. One of the most important distinctions in working with manufactured homes is understanding the difference between personal property and real property status. By default, manufactured homes are considered personal property and titled through the Arizona Department of Transportation, Motor Vehicle Division, MVD, similar to vehicles. However, when a manufactured home is permanently affixed to land owned by the same individual, it may be converted to real property through an affidavit of affixture, as defined under ARS Section 42-15203. This affidavit must be recorded with the county recorder's office, and the MVD title is surrendered. Once affixed, the home becomes subject to property taxes rather than vehicle registration fees, and ownership transfers occur via a recorded deed rather than a bill of sale. For example, consider a buyer purchasing a double-wide manufactured home in Prescott, sitting on private land. If the home has an affidavit of affixture recorded, the buyer will receive a deed, and the transaction proceeds much like a traditional real estate sale. If, however, the home remains on leased land, such as in a mobile home park, the transaction requires transfer of the MVD title and a bill of sale, and financing options are limited to personal property, chattel loans, rather than traditional mortgages. A licensee who fails to verify affixation status risks misrepresenting the property type, violating ARS Section 32-2153 and the Commissioner's Rule R4-2-8-1101 regarding the duty to disclose material facts. Installation and dealer licensing are governed by ADOH regulations to ensure manufactured homes are safely placed and maintained. Installers must be licensed, bonded, and follow site preparation, anchoring, and utility connection standards under AACR 4-34-802 through R4-34-803. For instance, if a manufactured home is not properly anchored to withstand Arizona's high winds, both the installer and dealer may face penalties, and the home may not qualify for financing or insurance. Real estate licensees representing buyers should confirm that installation permits and final inspection certificates have been issued and that all utility connections meet code requirements. Think about it. If the mobile home has tie downs and a big wind comes through, you can be sure that the floor will remain, but the rest may go bye-bye. Most lenders will want a certificate of engineering tie downs. Resale and financing regulations also distinguish manufactured homes from other housing types. For a manufactured home to qualify for FHA or VA financing, it must be a double-wide or larger, built after June 15th, 1976, permanently affixed to the land, and have the HUD label and data plate intact. FHA loan guidelines also require that the home's foundation meets HUD's Permanent Foundations Guide for Manufactured Housing. Lenders will require certification from an engineer verifying compliance. A missing HUD label or improper foundation could disqualify a buyer from obtaining financing, making it essential for agents to identify these issues early in the transaction. Another critical component of manufactured home regulation in Arizona involves disclosure obligations. Under ARS Section 33-1501, sellers must disclose whether the home is affixed, the existence of any liens, unpaid taxes, or park lease terms if applicable. Agents are also responsible under R4-28-1101H and R4-28-1101K to recommend professional assistance, such as title companies familiar with manufactured housing or licensed appraisers who understand valuation differences between affixed and non-affixed units. Environmental and land use considerations also impact manufactured housing. Some county and city zoning ordinances restrict where manufactured homes can be located, requiring specific zoning designations, such as MH or R5, or development standards. A knowledgeable agent must review local zoning ordinances and ensure that a buyer's intended use complies with municipal requirements. For instance, a manufactured home placed in an agricultural zone may require conditional use approval before installation. Example, scenario: a buyer in Yuma purchases a manufactured home represented as real property. The agent later discovers the home's title was never surrendered to MVD, and no affidavit of affixture exists. The buyer cannot secure financing. The transaction falls through, and the buyer files a complaint with ADRE. The broker faces potential disciplinary action for failure to verify property status, and the agent is cited for misrepresentation. This example underscores the importance of verifying regulatory compliance and affixation status before marketing or writing offers on manufactured homes. Review summary. Manufactured homes play a significant role in Arizona's housing market, but require specialized knowledge to handle properly. They are built under federal SHUD standards and regulated by ADOH for installation and dealer compliance. A licensee must determine whether the home is personal or real property, confirm affixation status, and ensure proper disclosure and documentation during the transaction. Compliance with ARS Section 42-1520-3 R4-28-1101 and related statutes protects clients and prevents disciplinary action for misrepresentation or negligence. Understanding these regulations allows Arizona licensees to serve both traditional homeowners and the growing segment of manufactured housing consumers effectively. Discussion prompts. What is the main distinction between a manufactured home and a site-built home in terms of construction standards? Answer. Manufactured homes are built under federal HUD code standards, while site-built homes are constructed under local building codes. Why is the affidavit of affixture significant in manufactured home transactions? Answer. It converts a manufactured home from personal property to real property, allowing for traditional financing, taxation, and transfer by deed. What are a licensee's key responsibilities when representing a buyer of a manufactured home? Answer. Verify affixation status, ensure required permits and disclosures are provided, and confirm compliance with ADOH and ADRE regulations. Closing remarks. Manufactured homes represent one of the most regulated yet opportunity-rich segments of Arizona real estate. They blend affordability with ownership flexibility, but navigating their unique legal and practical requirements demands diligence, education, and ethical practice. By mastering the laws governing manufactured housing, including titling, affixture, financing, and disclosure, a licensee upholds their duty of reasonable skill and care, prevents consumer harm, and ensures transactions proceed smoothly. Mastery of these principles reflects not only professionalism, but also the licensee's commitment to Arizona's standard of excellence in real estate practice.